back to puberty for a second. It's already the worst. Hormones, mood swings, and if you're a girl, you're learning to deal with your period for the first time. Now imagine it's way worse because your period is super irregular, the acne and the facial hair hit you way harder than your friends, and so you go to the gynecologist for the first time and she tells you the reason this is all happening is because your ovaries aren't releasing eggs in the way they should and instead forming little cysts. That diagnosis is called Polycystic Ovary Syndrome, or PCOS, and it affects 1 in 10 women. You're usually prescribed birth control, not because it actually cures PCOS, but just because it suppresses the symptoms. And that might feel okay when you're younger, but as you get older, you might start to wonder, is this going to affect my ability to have kids? And the truth is, it might. PCOS is the leading cause of infertility in women worldwide. And it doesn't stop there, because women with PCOS are also more likely to face obesity, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, all serious conditions. Now, if you're a man sitting here thinking, whew, glad this doesn't affect me, think again, because not just the daughters, but even the sons of women with PCOS are more likely to face these same serious conditions. This is a major public health issue, but we still don't really understand what actually causes PCOS. To figure that out, I'm trying to put together the pieces of the PCOS puzzle. Puzzle piece 1. PCOS affects men too, so that tells us this can't be just about the ovaries, despite the name. Puzzle piece 2. Large genetic studies between groups of women with and without PCOS have shown us that there are small genetic differences that might be contributing, but that also doesn't tell us what do those differences actually do. That's where my research comes in. I collect thousands of these genetic differences and I test them in a bunch of different cell types, like fat cells or ovary cells or pancreas cells, in a little dish. That right there is an example of fat cells in which I'm testing different genetic differences, and if it's more likely to cause disease, the cells will likely be a more bright green. Overall, I conduct experiments to see how these genetic differences change gene activity, how that affects cell behavior, and what tissues in the body they impact. Basically, by putting these puzzle pieces together, I'm trying to understand what actually causes PCOS, because when we do, we can generate targeted therapies that can improve the health of women, their daughters, and their sons. My goal is that one day when a young woman walks into her gynecologist's office for PCOS care, we give her a treatment that actually addresses the root cause of her PCOS and not just a Band-Aid to suppress her symptoms. Thank you.